Hey, what's going on, you guys? What's going on? This is your girl, Kwamia, but for those that can't pronounce my name, you can call me Q, Kwa, or even Queen. I'm your founder, CEO, creator, and most importantly, your host of Pillow Talk with the Tea podcast. And tonight we have another amazing, incredible episode, with another amazing, incredible guest. As you can see, the Miss Gigi LaFez here in the building. Woo, 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 woo.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much for having me.
You are so welcome. So tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Gigi LaFleur. I am a stand-up comedian. I'm on social media. You can find me all places on social media. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I'm old school, babe. I'm still on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. Somebody done hacked my Twitter right now, but you can really find me out here on these TikTok and Instagram streets. I also have a YouTube. It's called 2Gs and a Podcast. So you can find me on here as well, guys. I'm everywhere.
Yes, absolutely. Listen, she's doing the damn thing. She's everywhere. I normally tell people, you can't find me, just Google me.
Right. Right. Google
Something to come up.
Something to pop up about it.
Absolutely. So tonight's episode that we have is called Hot and Ready. And when I say hot and ready, basically, are you guys normally at this age at 2020 and 2023, are you still hot and ready in regards to when it comes to sex, love, intimacy? Are we hot and ready in the moment, or are we just like, we no longer doing it? It's not even worth it. I'm done. So when you hear hot and ready, Gigi, what comes to your mind? What resolutes within you?
Little Caesar's pizza. Little Caesar's pizza is the first thing that pops into my head. Okay. This is the thing for me. This is the thing. If I don't like you, it don't matter what's going on. If I don't like you, I don't like you. So is this, are we referring to, are we already in a relationship, or?
Okay, so basically, I was saying, so okay, let's start with the premises of us being single and hot and ready. That hot girl summer, hot and ready.
Everybody, I feel like everybody should get they whole phase.
Absolutely, I agree.
Like, listen, and I'm not even gonna call it. I don't even like calling it a whole phase. I feel like everybody is entitled to a few years to figure you out.
Mm-hmm.
When you don't take that time to figure you out on other people. Now you putting burdens on other people just because you haven't worked out all your kinks.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. And that's what I think, even taking time in between relationships end up coming up is a big factor to do, where normally they say to get over one is to get under another one. That's some bullshit to me.
Me too.
Because I feel like you're adding more bullshit in your closet that you now have to end up cleaning out, that you already ain't clean out the first shit.
I do feel like I'm a firm believer in anytime I have a breakup from a serious relationship, I don't deal with anybody else for half the time that I was in their relationship.
I agree.
So if I was dating you 2 years, I take a year to get myself together, because when I date somebody, I'm invested. Like I'm a firm believer in, when you date somebody, they change you a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because not only are you catering to who you are now, you're catering to who you are with this person. What is this person adding to you? Because like, if you're dating somebody and they're not changing you for the better, then you're with the wrong person. So who you were before you met that person is a different person than who you are when you leave that person.
Absolutely. And I definitely agree, because when I was with my ex for 5 years, it at least took me a good 3 years to actually to heal, to get over it, learn some new things about myself, to end up finding out, okay, what part did I play in it? What I didn't get, so because sometimes everybody think they try to throw it on that person. Right. But you have to also realize it takes two people to create and form a relationship. So you have to find out what did, even if the person did cheat or whatever wrong they did do, but still, you still have to find what part did you play or you didn't play that could have made a difference. And if you didn't, you like, hey, I did what I need to do now, but let me just still continue to push on and let me end up still getting myself right for the next person, because you could take that emotional baggage into a relationship and then you could end up punishing the other person for the other person's mistake.
Right.
So
Anytime I have a breakup, I like to do an inventory of myself once it's over. I like to go ahead and figure out, hey, what did I like from this that I'm going to keep to take with me? Because if you don't keep something with you from one relationship to the next that was good, you really didn't grow and mature while you were in that relationship. Because again, you're a new person.
yeah.
So I like to do a little inventory of myself to figure out, okay, what's working for me from that I can take into the next? What didn't work for me in that I need to get rid of? You know, what am I, like you said, do an inventory of yourself about what was your accountability in either the breakdown or the strengthening of that relationship. Because sometimes a breakup isn't bad. Sometimes you just outgrow people and y'all are at a different spot and you just need to move on.
Yeah. So in regards of saying that, hot and ready being in a relationship or either being in a marriage, because you know they have this statement and this whole stigma saying that after a certain couple of months the honeymoon stages die. Now I've been with one of my partners for a year. Well, I've known him for 17 years, been with him for a year and a half, and I listen, the honeymoon stage ain't die, so I don't know what they talking about. And the other one, I've been with him just a little over 6 months. It's coming up, and still honeymoon stages still ain't die. So I just want to know, basically, have you ever been married?
I'm married right now.
Okay, honeymoon, yes.
You're right.
So okay, so have you had that the flame being burnt out during, like, they, as they state, the honeymoon stages die and the flames start to, fade or teether away? And they also, of course, I know that first of all, marriage is not for the weak. It's not for the faint. Is you have to be ready to put it on it, and you have to be ready. That's your partner, your ride or die. But I just feel like sometimes people could just easily just walk away when stuff start to get heavy, especially nowadays. But so have you ever had that thing in your moment of your marriage where you like, okay, we got to relight this flame because ain't nothing dying over here?
So my husband has always been my friend.
Yes.
My husband's my friend.
I mean,
before anything else. Like, my husband is really my homeboy. Really my homeboy. Like, I don't just love my husband. I like my husband as a person. I like who my husband is outside of me. I like how my husband interacts with other men. I like how my husband interacts with other women. I like how my husband interacts with kids, other people's kids. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's important. That is important. And I say that numerous times, and that I say that people don't realize that liking somebody and loving someone is two different things. Right. And that's something I always say in multiple times of my season of my show is like, I don't just want to like my partners. I don't just want to love my partners. I want to like them. And I happen to like them. Like, I like them. Like, and the friendship is, yeah, exactly. He's a cool guy. Like, you look at them and like, damn, I love
my
him.
man. Like,
exactly.
Exactly.
That's my dog right
my
there.
I like him. That's my guy. Like, it's a lot of the time that my husband and I are around each other and people stop and ask, y'all married? Like, y'all don't act like that's my man. That's my guy. We have a great relationship. Like, I have a great interaction with him to the point to where we can actually sit at a bar, have a conversation, key. Like, that's my guy.
Yeah.
Liking each other and wanting each other has never been a problem for us.
Gotcha.
I always want him. He all about some Gigi.
No, that
he all about himself some Gigi. He can't get enough of himself some Gigi. He might not always like Gigi because Gigi isn't always the best person to be around because of whatever's going on. But my husband's the type of person that he never takes anything too personal, because he knows that if it's something wrong, for the most part, if it was really him, I would have already been at him about it.
Yeah.
So he's always willing to take himself out of the situation, even when he's in it, to
Yeah.
figure out what's wrong with her. What's wrong right now.
I like that. And
I
it's,
like it too.
it's so funny that you say that, because like I had even a situation last night going into this morning, and I ended up calling one of my partners, and it was like, I like the fact that I love him, that he loves me and like me so much, to the fact that he, even when he may not like me, but he loves me even more, to the fact that even in my bullshit, even in the fact when it's like, okay, she's not at her best, and I know she's going through shit. So, and it was times I've been in relationships when I was not able to be 100% vulnerable, or to script being naked to the show. And when I have a mental breakdown, emotional breakdown, or I'm having trouble, and I feel like I just had to be the hero to do it myself. And it's like, at this time in my life, at 41, I feel like I'm in the place, in a stage in my life, not only just by myself, but even with my partners, to say I could be able to come to them and just be a naked vulnerability, emotional, mentally, and anything else in between. And they would not judge me and look at me different afterwards. You know, they still looking at me as in my best light, even when I'm not in my best light.
Right.
And I like shit like that, because that lets me know, like you said, the friend is the foundation.
Right.
Where it's like, because I remember with my second partner, it was like I almost didn't get with him, because he kept on the word friend, and I'm like, if you say this word one more time,
Don't, yeah. It to hear it too many times is almost like, okay.
yeah, like, so that's all you want. Yeah, that's all you want us to be, because I'm not looking at you as my friend. I'm trying to hop.
What Drewski say? Friend. Friend? I said, bitch, you back. Friend.
Exactly. Like, I was looking at him like, I'm trying to hop up and down on your pogo stick. Like, what are you talking about? I'm not seeing you as no friend. So of course I removed myself, but then again I end up coming back. Fast forward 6, 7 months later, I couldn't get him out my spirit. And it was like, I could have been not disciplined and disobedient. I could have been like, I don't know what you talking about, God, whatever. Like, I'm gonna keep pushing. I don't care about what I'm feeling. But I didn't do that, and I used to do that in the past. And I was like, okay. And then I had a dream about him. So I'm like, okay, what is going on here, Lord? So I end up reaching out to him, and fast forward, we end up getting together, and we're in a good place. But of course, he explained to me the reason why. Because with him, he's like, with friend, he's like, I wasn't looking at you as my friend. I was just wanting friendship to be our foundation.
Right.
And I said, okay, I get it. I get it. I let me be patient.
Right. It's very important to like the person, to want the person,
Yeah,
to be attracted to the person,
very much so.
to be attracted to the person. So for us, one thing that really works is we're always willing to learn something new for the other person. If he comes to me and he's excited about whatever it is, I don't care what it is. I don't care if he's excited about his team going to wherever, or if he's like, I want to try this. I'll listen. I'll listen to it. I'll hear it. I'm open.
Yeah.
I don't want him to ever feel like I'm a place of judgment for him. It's easy for me to want him because he values what I think. And I know he values what I think because he'll call me for validation.
Yeah.
Boom, what you think? Because that he calls me boom. Boom, what you think? What you think about this? Hey, I think this is a good idea, but what you think? It's easy for me to want you when you care about what I think. When you care about me.
And basically your opinion matters, and
It matters.
that's what's important to him, because he don't want to make no moves without, or either making a finalized decision without, consulting Boo. Like, hey, Boo, like, I want to do it, but what do you want? What do you think? Yeah. So
What you think?
exactly, I like that. I really do like that, and I think that
For me to want you, it's easy for me to give myself to you because I feel valued. I feel like I don't feel like you can't move without me, but I feel like you're gonna include me on your movement.
Yes.
Because when you called me, you said, this is what I think, but what you think? That whole phrase let me know you already had your mind made up, but you wanted to hear what I thought before you move forward. Man, it's easy for me to come up out them pants for you when you move like that with me, because I feel valued, I feel heard, I feel safe. So then I can be vulnerable and give you 110% of me. I'll find another 10% to give you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because you went throughout the day of making me feel like what I thought
matters, and it make you feel important. Exactly. And
that's all that matters.
And I think that's all that women. I think that's all what women really want. You know what I'm saying? Is that we are valued, and that we matter, and just giving us that so even doing, like, you ain't even gotta say it, but your actions give us that reassurance. Like, yeah, she's it. Like, yeah, like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you don't get that, and it's like, do stages. And I tell people with marriage comes with different stages, and every year your partner is not the same person they was previously, because every year that person is different. That person, especially if they believe in elevation, growing, tapping into being the best version of themselves, and end up, being their best self. So I tell people, like, listen, your husband and wife ain't gonna be the same person they was in 2022 that they now walking into 2023, because it's levels of growing and elevating it together, as well as individuality. Now I want to hit on individuality. That's some hot and ready shit too that I believe in. In regards of marriage, do you and your husband still end up keeping it where it's like, yeah, we together, but also it's important to have that individuality?
And I'm glad you brought that up. That's another reason that I feel I met my husband in 2003. I met my husband in 2003 just through somebody else. And it wasn't serious or anything like that. And it became serious over time. So when I met him, we were young people, like in our 20s.
So y'all literally grew up together.
Yeah, we grew up together.
Gotcha.
I watched him change and reinvent into 3 or 4 different people. I've liked all of those people.
Gotcha.
But I like the original person. So whatever came after that, I was willing to hear. I'm willing to listen to your remix if I like the original.
The remix.
But I'm willing to listen to your Puff Daddy remix if I like the original song from the 60s. I'm willing to hear it.
Yes.
That's how I feel. Like, we fostered one great thing that I loved, that he loved about me and I loved about him. We were very much our own people. Before I dated him, I had been in a relationship like most women do. You completely engulf yourself in that person.
Yeah.
You stop whatever you got going on and you 100% invest yourself into this relationship, because some of us are raised to believe that's how you do it. I had to realize afterwards, remember I told you, anytime I have a breakup, I take an inventory of myself.
Yeah.
I realized after that breakup, I don't ever want to do that, because when the basket falls out the bottom, I'm the only person losing all the eggs.
Yeah, true.
Because he didn't put all his eggs in the basket. I did. He put a couple of eggs in there. And I was so happy with them couple of eggs that I didn't even pay attention to the other 9 eggs he didn't even put in the basket.
Yeah.
He only gave me 3 little raggedy eggs for me to be happy with. I didn't even look at the other 9 eggs he didn't give me.
Yeah.
And I gave him the whole hen.
Yeah, true. Normally women do. Normally women do.
With this relationship, I told myself, number one, I'm not going to take everything's going cool at first, and now I'm planning a wedding in my head. If I like this dude, I like this dude. If I like this dude, I like this dude. Then I started doing my own thing. I got my own plans. Hey, if you call me, I didn't drop everything I was doing. It used to be, and we've all done this. If you see that man number pop up, oh my God. Hey, y'all, listen, it's been real, girl.
But I'm out. You shut everything down. Everything was over. You out.
I told myself, this next man, nope, I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, I still was like that, but not. I left slow.
Yeah.
I stayed a little bit. I hung around a little bit. Like I didn't just he calling, boom, I'm go get you over there in that man house. I had a little drink before I left. I hung out before I left. I did my little southern goodbye. I told 5, 6 people goodbye so they can see me and see that I was there. So they can't just say, yeah, her phone rang and she got on the phone of her. Now I did a little laugh.
You took your time.
Yeah, I did a little southern goodbye tour. You tell everybody goodbye.
Yeah, this is the whole room.
Tell them you gonna leave, and then you say it 4, 5 more times. Then you walk to your car and you talk to them with your leg out. And then you talk to them with the door closed through the window.
Exactly.
And then you pull up. Yeah. So we foster individuality. It was, you gonna do your thing, I gonna do my thing, and then we do something together. We still live life like that, to where we took a lot of the stuff from our relationship as girlfriend and boyfriend and as friends, and we just kept it in our marriage. Like, we do stuff separately. He goes out with his friends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting on his nerves.
Mm-hmm.
You told me you was going here. Okay. Have a good time.
Yeah.
Leave that man alone.
Yeah.
That man needs time to go and be around other men to do men stuff.
That's that part.
I'm comfortable with him because he's made me comfortable.
That part right there. And that's what
I'm comfortable with him.
And that's why I be trying to get to some women, because some women be like, oh, individuality, what do you mean? Like, I'm like, what? Like, I never been that woman to end up feeling like I need to be like this on my dude. Like, I need for him to do his thing. I need for him to be around other men and do what he needs to do for himself. So when we come back, we have something to discuss, to talk about. We have some new developments happening with him. He went to go learn some new things and figure some shit out and come back. And then again, it's like, again, that man create that environment and that space, and you have no reason not to trust him. There should not
give me a reason not to trust you.
Exactly. There should be no reason that you should not allow your man to do what he needs to do, because again, he made you comfortable enough to be able to sit in that space and be like, you know what, boo, go do you. Have fun.
I also feel like I'm aware that everybody needs an outlet.
Yes.
I am your wife. I'm your wife. I'm your friend. I'm the mother of your children. I get it. But you need an outlet for me too.
Yeah.
Because you need to be around somebody else that's not me, so you can say how you feel about whatever it is, just to your brother, to your friend, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. You need your space, your orbit outside of me.
Yeah.
I don't need to be your everything.
True.
And I tell every person in this house that don't make anybody in here your everything. Mm-hmm. We are your parents. We're a part of your life. Go have a life.
Yeah.
I tell my husband that our children are a part of our lives. They're not our whole entire lives.
Yeah.
Being a parent is a part of the resume of us.
Mm-hmm.
We're never going to be those people that say, my children are 100% my life. No.
Oh, no.
No. Because when they leave, you're resentful.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And then you don't know anything about yourself, or you trying to figure out what for you to do, because you made your children your whole entire life. So now you kind of lost, you stumbling, you don't know what
that's a job that I signed up for that I'm happy to do.
Yeah.
And this job is never over. But when this job puts me on administrative leave, which means my children move out and they'll call me when they need me. That's what parenting is when they move out to me. It's administrative leave. You may get fired.
You know what my partner called it? Because you got parenting, but then when they able to move out and they get to that legal age, I'm now my son's advisor. I'm no longer his parent. I'm his advisor. He needs me. I advise him and I guide him in, like you say, administration. Some things he may still need a little assistance with. But I'm not sure. I'm at the point you're not even parenting. You're advising. You're guiding. That's it.
I completely I think the three things that has made our relationship work for so long is fostering individuality within the relationship. Because again, I'm aware that who I met in the 20s isn't going to be who he is in his 50s. And I have to make sure that I, number one, try to that I'm nurturing his growth, that I'm welcoming his growth.
Exactly.
Because I'm confident in whatever growth that he wants to move forward in, that it's going to enrich our family as a whole.
Exactly.
I know he ain't out here trying to join the hockey team and get himself all busted up because now he want to take this new risk. He's not that type of person.
Yeah.
So when he comes in here next week and tells me, hey, I think the whole family should take kickboxing because this is the type of shit that my husband does. He comes in and I love him. Lord knows I do. My husband's a dreamer. He's a good man, Savannah. He's a good man. But my husband's a dreamer. So when he comes in here next week and says, I want this whole family to sign up for kickboxing because we don't live forever. You know what? Am I pissed about it? No. Absolutely. I know how to do this shit. Am I going to do it? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to do it. Because his reasonings for wanting to do it is he wants us to live forever. Yeah. That tells me he likes us.
Exactly. He wants us around. He wants us around. He want to keep us around.
That's what I heard. I heard this man like us. And I'm pissed because I got natural hair and I'm finna have to go get this done all over again because I'm not good at my own presence a little bit. But I'm gonna do it because this man is paying $49 a month for us to go to the Y. We might as well take the damn class.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
And that make me want to sleep with him. Because he looks warm.
like you gonna get it tonight. You know
what? You want me around after I just cussed you out about leaving the toilet seat and you still want me? Yeah, let me get these pants off for you once we get up out this rhyme. Exactly. Once I get these kids down, sir, I'm finna be all over your ice. Don't you worry.
That part, exactly.
I'm finna be on you for real.
Yes. So in regards to everything, that was amazing. I appreciate you sharing. And so you, as I know, me reaching out to you, of course I did my research and of course you provided me the information and you being an up and coming comedian. I don't think you up and coming. I think you're there. You just haven't been like the RT yet, but you definitely getting there. You're definitely getting there. You're getting there.
I hope so. Yeah. I hope so. From God's ears.
Yes. Listen, you hear me, God, right? So how long have you been basically in the comedian, doing stand-up comedian?
2 years.
Oh, really?
2 years. 2 years.
Oh, wow.
2 years. I started off hosting. I've always been a jokester. I've been a jokester my entire life. My dad is the funny guy. Both my parents are 100% personality, and I think that definitely helped growing up. My mom and family always fostered my foolishness. Like they never shunned it. They never turned it away. They never, girl, go floor and sit down. They poured into it as a kid. Even now, even now, my aunts in their late 50s, 60s, some of them, they still come to my shows.
Oh,
they still come to my shows. Like, they get all decked out, honey, and they come to the shows, honey, in all of their glory, honey.
They gotta represent you.
They gotta tell you exactly. Women be so sharp when they hit the door. I said, yo, I see y'all. Love, I love my big country ass family. Hey, oh, I love them, child. All the leopard good side of the Mason Dixon. Whatever leopard print that they didn't want in New Jersey, I promise you can find it in my family house. Because we be animal print down, baby. For no damn reason. Animal print down. Baby, you'll fuck around and catch my family in animal print and camo. Stop playing with me. It's a funny damn time. Shit. We'll be playing.
I cannot. Oh, Lord. Listen, I love it. I love it. Listen, that's they coming out represent. They like, listen, I'm representing my daughter and my niece, and we gotta come out sharp into the day. We gotta sharp, honey.
And then sometimes I do rooms to where I'm the only piece of color on the ticket. And then here go the host. The host gonna say, so who are you ladies with tonight? Boy, you know who these damn women with tonight. You know these black women out here in all this leopard with these hats and baguettes on. You know that came with me. You know that came with me. I got ruffles. I got camouflage ruffles on back here, sir. You know that came with me. Who else did they come with?
That is so funny. And I remember seeing you on your live on TikTok. I was like, yo, she is hilarious. I was like, oh my God.
Thank you so much, Annie.
I love laughing. I love laughing. So listen, I've been laughing my whole entire life. It's times that I could be laughing and people are like, what is she laughing about? And I don't give a damn if I'm the only one, but it's just eternal laughter or something that I've seen or heard that somebody probably didn't catch. And I love, so listen,
comedy, the smile stuff.
Yes, it is. Because see, that lets you know people don't be paying attention. But it's like comedy. I always love comedy. Like I could just constantly watch comedy, stand up all night long and just laughing and crying. But when I see you on your TikTok live, I was like, yo, she is about to make me pee on myself. I can't believe it.
Comedy for me has always been one of those things to where once I found out that I could make people laugh. Mm-hmm. And once I found out that, like, you know, I used to go to, you know, you can be in rooms to where it, no matter where you at, wherever we are. It used to be one point in time that we weren't allowed to laugh. Mm-hmm. We were not allowed to laugh. If you are of transatlantic slave ancestry and of American chattel slavery, at one point in time, you were not allowed to laugh. You had to go and laugh in a barrel because you weren't allowed to show the emotions and joy.
Wow.
Do you just knowing that I can be in rooms with people who came from that, just knowing that I'm in rooms with people that at one point in time that this joy couldn't have been on your face publicly. Mm-hmm. It makes me want to make you laugh even more.
Yeah.
I love how boisterous we are with our laughter. To me, that's what makes it worthwhile. If you can get that woman who sat on the front with her arms folded, mm-hmm, and you can get her to fall over laughing, you can get that man to wipe them tears from his eye. You can get that woman who you watched her before she came in. She cussing somebody out on their cell phone before she walked in. So she was already having a bad day.
Yeah.
For that woman to come up to me after the show and say, girl, and I almost didn't come out here tonight. I'm so glad I came. Yeah. I like you. That was worth it to me.
Yes.
That was worth it to me. That was worth it. I like when I go on TikTok and we have built this camaraderie with one another. We've built this family of these shared experiences that we really out here living the same life.
Yeah.
And we don't realize it.
Exactly. That's true. That's true. And that's why they say that's even like that old saying, like say that when you going through stuff, you think like you're the only one going through it, when normally you're not, but you being your own internal mental psyche of your mind and your situation. So it's like then you hear other people's stories, you're like, oh my God, there's other people out here that's going through the same stuff and living the same life that I'm living. You know, sometimes, I don't know, it's just like the mind thing. It will make fool you thinking like, I'm the only one going through this shit. No one understands what is going on. And then you end up coming in a community, like you said, on social media, and you'll see like, shit, we all the same.
We all living the same life. Like that's where that saying comes from. You can't see the forest for the trees.
Yeah.
You're so focused on what you got going on, you don't realize there's millions of people living the same. I promise you, somebody else is living this.
Yeah.
Somebody else is living this. I promise you, you'll get through it. So to be now starting to live my dream of being a stand-up comedian, and I've been received pretty well. Like I'm still trying to get to a place, but I love it so far. Like it's amazing.
That's what's up. And then you being a social media personality, I definitely could see that. That's definitely draw of attention, draw of like, yes, like
I'm a chatty patty. I'm a chatty patty.
yeah, I love it. But I be loving your stories. I be loving your comments. I be like, yeah, because I think it was like, I don't know if it was I don't know, if it was Saturday or Friday. I don't know what day it was. And I was just like, I didn't even want to get up. I was just relaxed. I was like, F with the day. And I seen you was live and I ended up watching it. And I was like, and like you say, even the lady who came in, she probably was cursing somebody. And I was like having like this funky day. It was a night that went into the day, and I just came across your live, and I was like, okay, this is what I need. This is life to me. Like I need this.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it because I know there's days that I'm having the worst day ever. And I will go on TikTok and just read some of the comments that somebody's left. And it makes me laugh.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh. And before you know it, you say to yourself, you know what? That shit I ain't even gonna let that shit bother me.
Yeah.
That you was just so upset about because it is what it is.
True.
It is what it is. You can't do nothing about it.
That is so true. It's like, so tell us about 2Gs in a podcast.
So 2Gs in a podcast is a podcast I started back in 2020 during the pandemic. It's myself and my co-host or my husband. I have a few episodes. It's 2Gs in a podcast. You can find me on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcast, Anchor, Breaker, and it is a hodgepodge of me talking about cultural commentary, just things that are going on. And speaking of hot and ready, my very first episode for 2Gs in a podcast is called Hot and Ready. It's called Hot and Ready. It's got Little Caesars pizza box as the icon. And Hot and Ready is what I call this new music that they're putting out. Hot and Ready.
It is. It is. It's like that getting ready to end up taking it all, shaking its ass and shaking it loose.
I call it, it can be a million things you call it hot and ready. It's hot and ready. It's going to be good? No, I didn't say that shit, motherfucker. I ain't said it. I said it's going to be hot and ready. It's going to be ready. Is it going to have some substance? Why you keep asking me about shit I didn't promise you? I told you it was going to be hot, but it was going to be ready. Is it gonna lead the children? Okay, listen.
Oh man.
Taking or leaving.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Absolutely. But you know, our people, they be wanting the breakdown. They want the details. They like, listen, I need you to give me the pamphlet, the blueprint.
No. I just told you what it was gonna be. I gotta do the description. Hot and ready. Do with that what you will. Do with that what you will.
Oh my God. So where can the people end up finding you besides, as we know, TikTok, and so other places they can find you? And what do you have any shows coming up? So
I do. So I actually have a show coming up here soon on let me see, I have a show coming up on, what is this? What month are we in? Are we in February?
We're in February.
February. Okay. I have a show on March 29th at this place called Papa Doc's and at Lake Wiley, South Carolina.
Okay.
That's like right outside of Charlotte. I also have a show coming up. I'm taping an hour special in Huntsville, Georgia
Okay.
on April 1st.
Oh, got you. So it's gonna be like a special recording.
Right, April 1st. You can tune in to, if you follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. My name is Gigi LaFlair, GIGILEFLAIR. That is my namesake on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I am 2Gs and a podcast on YouTube and Twitter. So I will keep you updated on the dates, the locations, and all that good stuff terms if you follow me on those social media platforms, guys.
Yes. Yes. Listen, you guys, make sure you go out and tune in. You in close to the area, or you looking for somewhere to get away and to go. I would say, why not? That's the best place, is to go get some laughs, cry out some tears, and laughter at the same time, or just end up just having a good old grand time. But listen, what would be the parting tea that you would end up giving to the PTWTT family for some words of right, wisdom and advice?
Okay. Number one, if it don't feel right, it's a reason that it don't feel right. If you gotta ask yourself, you already got the answer. If you gotta ask yourself, you already got the answer. If you have to ask yourself, do he like me? He don't.
Wow.
Is that my girl? She ain't.
Wow.
If you gotta ask yourself, you already know the answer, so stop playing with her.
That part.
Now, when I say us, that's me, myself, and I. You be shortchanging yourself because you be sparing other people's feelings and be sacrificing your own. Girl, fuck them people.
As I always say, that's the same thing I always say.
Girl, fuck them people. Once I started moving like that, parting words. I grew up Southern. So pleasantries and hospitality is one of those things it's just kind of, I grew up with it. It's the please and the thank yous and this, that, and the third. And I used to always be like, well, it's more important for me to be nice. Let me be nice. Me being nice don't do nothing but get me nicely greased up and fucked over. Fuck them people. You ain't no good to nobody if you ain't good to yourself.
Come on now. Say that.
If you gotta ask yourself, you already know the answer.
I like that. Listen, sometimes it's be things that I love when my guests give parting words and advice and wisdom, because sometimes it's like I know these things and I like to hear it from myself sometimes too. Because I'm telling you, you got to just remind yourself, because sometimes life can make you forget about certain shit.
Listen, people of color, but particularly Black people, we are taught servitude. We taught to please, hey, don't be an inconvenience, don't be in the way, don't be this, don't be that, don't be that. You constantly in a state of second guessing everything. Man, fuck them people. And that's for everything in life. If it don't feel right, don't do it. If you gotta ask yourself, you already know the answer. If you say, no, that ain't it, that can't be what it is. Well, if you feeling like that, that's what it is, baby. Stop wasting 6 months of trying to convince yourself. When you knew 6 months ago on Thursday that was stupid, but you wanted to waste 6 more months trying to convince yourself because you like a little struggle.
That part. So y'all heard it here. Fuck them people.
Fuck them people, man. You ain't no good to them folks if you ain't no good to them people if you ain't gonna be good to yourself.
That's true. That's true. So you, ladies and gentlemen, the PTWTT family, y'all heard it from Gigi herself. At the end of the day, listen, make sure you guys go tune in to 2Gs in the podcast. Make sure you guys go check her out, follow her, subscribe to her YouTube channel. I mean, support is free, as I always say. Listen, you won't regret it, because I know I follow her on all her social platforms, and I even checked out her podcast. I was like, I love substance. So, and I like when people could pour into me without them knowing that they pour into me. So I definitely say go check her out. So thank you so much, Gigi, for coming through, making us laugh, giving us some words of advice, and just telling it like it is. Absolutely.
Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. So Pillow Talk with the Tea podcast, you guys already know. Make sure you go follow me on all social media platforms. Go end up and listening to me on the podcast, on all podcast platforms. And again, I'll see you guys next week at a different date, same place, same time. And love you later.